Once more, dear friends, we ride the monster train. Hellhorn Stygian today. If we get a win, then we should hopefully be able to get them all up to level 10. And the next run with the Awoken will be the start of our Covenant climb. Now, we've got Titan's Tooth, which means we could be looking at an offering deck. But we've also got Armor and Rage. The Seraph isn't cleansing our buff, so that's nice. Temper and Strength is generally the one I mind the least of them all. Got some big mana costs. Ember costs, I should say. Guild Marker, I really love Sigilled Seaweed. Guild Marker on the start, you've got to take it. It's just so much gold saved throughout the run. Now, we've got armor already, so we could put some armor on Wrathful to keep him going in between the armor he's naturally going to get from slaying things. And we can also put more rage on him as well. Seems like a solid choice. So, enemy units enter with armor 10. That's going to be tricky because they've already got 35, so 45. That moves them out of torch range. So we can't pick them off and we'll be taking a lot more damage. Armor 10 seems really harsh for a level 1. But how much damage am I going to lose if I take it? And is it worth it to get a unit? Let's be reckless. If we can take these early trials, we can start snowballing and hopefully we'll get out of control. And we can get a win. Now. Gains Rage 1. So, 14 damage. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get a kill on this guy just yet. Frostbite 10. It'll only kill them after combat though, doesn't it? Now that guy is going to heal up once, twice more. 35 health then. If we could knock 15 off, then we kill him in one hit with the pyre. But we can't really do that. Because we can only knock 12 off here. Let's see. Well, you need armor. That much is known. You are getting up to the top. 23, so you'll be down to 18. Oh no, you'll be up to 28. So if we could deal 10 damage, 8 damage to you, then yeah, we have actually got you within one hit for the pyre. Could have been worse. Now, can we keep this guy alive long enough to do any serious damage? Doesn't look like it. We could put more armor on him, that makes him survive a few more hits. But with that guy in the back surviving, I think our best bet is just Frostbite. And then yeah, we take some extra pyre damage because we couldn't get the job done. But we could Frostbite again, and then we could put some trained stewards on the top floor next time. So we just need to keep him busy now. Or we could just not draw any trained stewards. Fine, we'll do it that way. And then he gets one hit in, and then the Frostbite kills him. So, we traded 17 life for a unit. Could be worth. Don't like any of those really at the moment. Offering token gets the Titan Tooths out. It's worth a look. Now, rage on friendly units adds extra stacks, so we just go all in on rage. Deranged Brute behind the Hornbreaker Prince. Could be worth it. Hopefully it's worth it, because I've taken it. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to make March of Shields more effective? Double stack it maybe? Or do we want to buff a creature? Let's see what's in the magic shop. So I also wouldn't mind making those last stands a bit cheaper. A ritual battle, I should say. Now, let's see. If we made one of those cheaper and... I mean, we could get rid of the other one and then just make this one double cheaper, maybe. Either way, I like that. Holdover on March of Shields. That's something I'm very interested in. And then do we make the other ritual cheaper as well, or do we just go all in on this one? I think we go all in on that one. Or do we double stack it at some point? I definitely want to be able to play them because of the effect from the brute we've picked up. So I'd rather be just able to play them and have a smaller effect than occasionally play them for a huge effect, I think. Surge Stone. Put it on a torch because I've got plenty of direct damage in the deck. We're not going to need it all every time we cycle back through the deck after we've played out our units. Yeah. It's like 15 gold, it's fine. We've got to try these things, otherwise we'll never know if they're going to work. Now, non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 3 is brutal. Sweep and spikes. And they're giving out spikes anyway. And those boys have got plenty of armour, 25 armour, and we've not got any way to pierce said armour. I don't think we can take spikes 3 here. Bottom floor setup? Yes. Then we'll draw 1, discard Titan's Tooth and play it. Yeah, he's not getting any rage, but he's getting armour for the sleigh. Where is he? No, he's probably not actually, the frostbite's doing it, but... that's fine. Now, that's my 22 damage one. So we'll play that out. We definitely want the armour on Hornbreaker. I'd quite like the gold. So how's this going to play out? 1 kill each. So he's got 2 rage there. 8 extra damage because of the old deranged brute lurking in the background like a boss. That's about it really for that turn. And then we need more armour still. Ritual of Battle. Bam! Suddenly the boss is dead. And let's get rid of the spikes as well. Just because we can. Nice. We've got the beginnings of a deck here. Now, do we take Hornbreak just so that we can deal with those situations where we've got armoured enemies and they just need to be plinked down? I do like 1 Hornbreak in the deck. I do. Do we add more offering cards so that our token always gets a hit? I don't think so. Not until we get more offering tokens, maybe. So is it worth duping anything yet? We've put holdover on a March of Shields. I don't know if that's worth duping. I don't think it is. Let's see what the Stygian have got to offer. Incant, draw 1. So you get a bunch of card draw and then it dies. Is card draw that useful to us? Or do we take the Nameless Siren who's got Incant, gain Rage 1, put them all on the same floor with a capacity boost? That sounds pretty delicious to me. Now we've got Multi-Strike. We've got upgrade a unit with Rage 7. We've got Strength Stone. All of these appeal to me. Rage on friendly units, so that will apply to himself as well. So he'll get 7 rage, so an extra 21 damage on the turn he appears. That seems good. And then we give him multi-strike as well. That could be funny. We can afford small upgrades if we re-roll. What might you want? Multi-strike, obviously. Not a large stone. Maybe a battle stone just to give you a bit more health. You've got 15 already. Do we re-roll now? Do we... Let's re-roll. Another rage stone. That seems good. Yeah, we definitely want to take capacity after Daedalus. And then, do you want a big butt? Nice big butt stone. Not really necessary, I don't think. I'd rather keep an eye out for another multi-strike. What you got, Caverns? Rare draft picks from the 3 clans that we're not. Now, what's the Awoken got to offer us? Healing? Not that useful. Or maybe Umbra. I mean, I want capacity, definitely. I don't know if they've got anything to offer that specifically. More direct damage could be fun. But Awoken could give me, say, spreading spores. And it does. That's always pretty funny on a Hellhorn that's got a slay trigger. Yeah, we're spreading spores deck now. Ah well. Every deck becomes a spreading spores deck as soon as spreading spores enters the deck. We could afford a removal, couldn't we? A cheeky train steward. I still want capacity though, because I still want to have that rage strategy on the go as well. Now, we can afford to set up on the bottom floor, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that's all the damage dealer's dead. So, is he going to get any armor though? No. 12 damage. That's going to have taken 0 damage already, so yeah, there's no way we can get within... Yeah, we can get them down to 23, but then that finishes the job, so... So on we go. Yeah, just keep putting bombs on the second floor, it's cool. They're spreading spores, do we play it? I don't think we play it until we've cost reduced it a few times. Hmm, 40 you say? That's enough for a slay and some armour. And then do we pop you on... I mean, we probably prevent some damage. We could play the Siren upstairs, but... Fantastic. So he's now got to the point where he's able to kill things in one shot. And we're gaining more armour that turn than we're losing. Now, train steward for the fun. So, once again, he's getting the kill there, getting the kill there. Backline's not dying. Now it is. Lovely. So, let's Let's see what we get with offering. Nothing terribly useful. But we don't really need to worry about anything on this turn. Play another train steward. And we got this, lovely. Let's give you some spikes as well, just to speed it up a bit. Although, we're already dealing an awful lot of damage. Yep, 56 per swing there at the end. And that was after a few rages had worn off. Love Alloy of the Ancients. But Reinforce could be a boss fight winner. But you need armour in the first place. We're not building it that fast. Although we got that hold over. Yeah, we'll take the Reinforce now, just in case it doesn't show up again. Do we start a second floor? Do we start a ground floor with Titan Sentry, just to get some frostbite on things before they start moving up? What would a second floor look like then? Titan Sentry is just a useful little tank, and then Train Steward behind would be it. Well, we could put 2 Train Stewards behind if we take capacity. So we've got a mediocre second floor, but it's generally a good idea to have 2. 3 is often spreading yourself a bit thin, I find, but now we could get something better to pop behind our new tank. So let's see what we might get there. Ooh, getting too many rage things for one floor though. We could get another tank and then we could spread ourselves super thin across 3 floors. I mean, we're going all in on rage in general. Is he going to be better though on the ground floor than our nameless siren? It's better than a train steward for the second floor though. Given multi-striking is not awful, if I get Gurg's Goad that would also be nice. Yeah, let's just stuff the deck with big boys. Now, Reinforce. We could make it cheaper and then we could look out for potential consume removal. What else might we make cheaper? The other... Oh yeah, we were going to make Spreading Spores cheaper, weren't we? We're a Spreading Spores deck now. Sometimes I'll remember things for more than 2 seconds at a time. Not often though. Double stack. I was looking for you. And then, yeah, for funsies. So now we want to strip some of the things we don't need out of the deck so we can get back to our Spreading Spores a bit quicker. Doesn't need to worry about too much armor gain at this point. I mean, given multi-strike 2, if he kills 2 targets, he gains 10 armor anyway. Is the extra rage worth it? Let's go with the multi-strike version. So, the boss will scourge things. These guys should be taken out on the bottom floor wherever possible. If we took Heaven's Seal, once Hornbreaker ramps up, nothing's probably making it past the floor that he's on. So I'm okay with that. I mean, what if we did this? What if we did that? Let's just go all Hellhorned on the bottom floor. Let's see how this plays out. Well, we got some armor, that's good. 16 times 2 is 32. So now he's going to get a kill. Still wouldn't mind our armour showing up though. I mean, everything dies. Yeah, because the kill that you would get on the first one gives you rage, whereas if I boost you, you're not going to get the kill. Interesting. Let's see how that plays out. Yeah, he gets through because Hornbreaker got the kill, which means Branded Warrior didn't boost everyone with his Slay trigger. So yeah, Branded Warrior's not the choice for this floor, because then you end up with 2 Slay triggers conflicting with one another. We'll drop the torch. That guy's not quite dying, which means he's going all the way, really. Oh, I could have put another train steward on that floor because I've got all the capacity. God damn it. Yep. Might be. So yeah, you've got 12. You're just basically surviving. Oh, you survived as well. That was silly. Yeah, Slay triggers conflicting with one another is something I should have thought more carefully about. But at least the boss is down. And we're still not drawn into any of our offering cards with that token. It's not an issue, really. Maybe I should have taken that third one earlier. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. We'll take that. That was definitely worth the HP loss. Deal 5 damage, apply Rage 8. That's so good. So we'll take it. Now, more discard triggers, but not great one. So, let's see, do we want to buff our creatures at this point? We've got a couple of options there. What might we want to buff spell-wise? Not a lot. But then artifact merchants are always attractive. Probably got enough gold to buy 1. Collection of Tails would be amazing. How many train stewards might we need to remove at this stage? Probably none right now. Not necessary. We don't need to remove them anyway because we've got space to play them. They're not worth playing, I know that much. But that ritual battle's a pain as well, that big one. Let's have a look and see what selection of artifacts we got. I'm so glad Collection of Tales didn't show up there. It's like 5 gold more than we could play. Right. What consumer have we got? Reinforce. That one torch that I keep forgetting about. Yeah, I think we'll leave that. Get rid of some stewards. And move on. Lifesteal guy, he's got sweep. That's pain. Spikes, that could be a pain. We will not take this one as well. So, let's get a deranged Bruce out there. Lovely. That's the thing, I'm often finding myself not wanting to play my damage spells because I just want to do all the slaying with Hornbreaker. Well, he's in trouble here. That would save him. But then I don't get to play anything else, basically. Still losing all his armour though. Really need that. If I could find a way of getting that March of Shields just sit in my opening hand, that would be brilliant. But sadly it doesn't seem to happen like that. So yeah, there's no way I can keep him alive here, is there? Because I can't kill you. And I've got no way to buff him. But now I could have really used that guy on this floor. What a pain. Guess Brute's just going it alone. Alright, there's March of Shields. Bloody hell. Right. Dark Deal, Rage 7. Don't mind if I do. That's approximately 4 billion damage to everything on that floor. Oh, and you're killing that guy because we haven't found any more tanks for him yet. I should have set up on a higher floor. I've got to keep remembering that just because you can set up on the bottom floor, it doesn't always mean it's a good idea. Now, Train Steward, just for the funsies, bit of extra damage. And we take about 15 there, give or take. That guy back to the front, and we've done it. For like the second time this fight, we play an offering totem. So yeah, we got through that one despite me horribly beansing it, and we only took 15 damage, so we can probably live with that. Do we need a second March of Shields just to make sure that we get one near the start? I'd rather have an Alloy of the Ancients for that, but I took Reinforced over it earlier, which I've not been able to really play yet. That was probably an error on my part. I think I'll leave that one though, the deck's already pretty fat. Now let's see what's up next for us. Fel is coming up, she's got Spell Shield and Armour. We could duplicate our current March of Shields, the one that's already been buffed. That might be worthwhile. We'll get rid of a torch and we'll get rid of a frozen lance. We've probably got too much damage in the deck from spells at this stage. And yeah, hold over double stack. So once we get them, we're good to go. Might not even need to play them both every turn because that does deny us 2 card draws next turn, because they become part of our hand next turn instead of the cards we would have already drawn. So, Spell Shield and Armour. And she puts armour on those boys because of course she does. Yeah, we'll set up that guy on the ground. And just like that. It's a lot of frostbite damage. This guy's good on the ground floor. I mean, we kind of knew that, but do we spreading spores this guy? That could be fun. And then we march, because we're still really all about that floor. Lots of kills, bit of damage on Fel. Good stuff. These big guys are not scary now that we're set up. So now we can get our Nameless Siren out just to see what she's capable of. So she's getting 1 rage every time, so that's 6 extra damage. That's pretty good. I'm loving all that frostbite. It's nice. Yeah, we're losing the bottom floor, but they've slowed everyone down nicely for us. And if we use Reinforce this turn, we're probably already good on the armour front. But then again, Reinforce 3 Ember for 80, whereas we can just go ahead and get 40, like that. And we get 2 spells cast, so we get more rage on the Siren. Bit more frostbite. Oh, we've got 11 frostbite up on Fel already. That's good going. So yeah, everything gets played there. And we'll get rid of that Frozen Lance. And we'll chuck that torch at Fel. The middle line is looking promising. We've somehow managed to avoid just becoming a Spreading Spores deck as well, which is almost unheard of when Spreading Spores is just sat there in your deck. Let's see. Now do we play Reinforce? Now we probably play Reinforce, to be honest. Doesn't really matter what I discard. So the March of Shields go back into the shuffle, but we've only got 15 cards in the deck now, so we might get back to it sooner rather than later. All the rage. That's 1 Angry Prince. And now we're beginning to get those spores out. Lovely. And yeah, I mean, she's already dead. Let's throw on some frostbite for the lols. It only took 3 rounds of swinging. That's some good stuff, I think. Another Reinforce we don't need, but now... See, if I'd known I was getting another Reinforce, and I obviously would have taken Alloy earlier. But I didn't. So, was it still the right decision? Probably. Your decisions should be made not on the basis of what you might learn later, because you don't know what's coming up later. Skip the rares. Extra Ember or extra draw? Extra draw. We've got a 0 cost Spreading Spores in the deck. It would be funny to keep playing it, I think. So, Merchant. Now we've got some gold. Do we buff our creatures further? They're already pretty meaty, but might be nice. But an artifact, might be a rage artifact. And then before the final, we've got another opportunity at a unit shop. Maybe do some card removal there as well. And the Pyre Health, so I think we'll go right then right. Come on, Collection of Tales. That's not Collection of Tales. Vapor Funnel. Some things might sneak through to the top floor while we're setting up. Hold over. Emberstone. Be nice to make the Reinforce cheaper. And then maybe... Oh, it's Consume Removal. So do we boost it back? Oh, wait a minute, we've got a 3rd upgrade slot, haven't we? Derp. So we've got a Consume removed, 2 Ember Reinforce. I like it. Yeah, we don't want to upgrade the damage that Dark Deal deals to our own units. Hornbreak though. Just for the funsies. Although, Titan's Tooth deal 15 damage to enemy units. All of them. But how often am I playing Titan's Tooth? Hornbreak's far more likely to be played regularly. And on that note, I don't really want to get rid of a Titan's Tooth though, because Offering has only been a very minor sub-theme in the deck, but I'd like to keep it around. Just a little bit. So now which way do we go? More multi-strike? Can that be bad? I mean, he's getting most of his armor now just from my spells. Some more multi-strike's got to be good. It's got to be good. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Nothing's ever gone wrong before in my runs. Now, so we get these guys. Deal 5 damage to the front enemy unit on death. So Prince kills one, gets back 5, loses 5. Kills another, gets back 5, loses 5. And they all deal 5 damage in general, so we'd need 20 HP to start with. Skip it. Yeah, it means I'm just going to die because all of that's going off, and yeah. But now he survives. Offering token, we'll discard something, doesn't matter what. So we've got one March of Shields coming back to us, and we've got one that's not. That's cool. Do we focus on keeping this guy alive? Is there any point? Or do we just go all in on this floor? It looks like I'm going all in on this floor from the look of things. And yeah, if we're not worrying about that floor at all, then we don't need to worry about playing the Branded Warrior at any point. Because there's our Siren. And there's our Spores. So yeah, we can just focus entirely on the second floor now. And there's our Reinforce. Yep, everything else is now irrelevant. March Shields, Dark Deal, Spreading Spear. And we've even got the Ember Spare to just throw away our Train Steward. You're actually getting pretty big there in Siren. I like it. We just redrew one of our Marches of Shields. That's very nice. So, one of them and another Reinforce. Good fight. Bunch of stuff, no reason, but we're now dealing 624 damage on the first swing. Yeah. He's not surviving the second swing. Now, nothing there. And do I want to apply silence to enemy units? Do I care? Not really. I can't cast spells when I've just thrust a dagger through their eyeball. So we're going this way, we're taking these and these. Let's take a look at the artifacts first. Jack Strips is nice, but generally irrelevant here. Ooh, Rage adds an additional +1 per stack, don't mind if I do. Endless, you say? An endless Titan Sentry, then I don't need to worry about healing him, even slightly. I mean, the stuff behind him will probably still die every now and again, but I like it. And then, what am I actually playing on my floor? The good floor. Nameless Sirens on there. Enemy's not really going to have sweep, so I don't think any enemies ever have sweep in the final fight. May as well give him a little bit of a big butt. And we march. So yeah, you're going to be making my units a little bit weaker. This is my scared face, Seraph. For the viewer at home, this is me not actually being scared. We'll set up top line, just so we can clear up those little gits that he just throws out every now and again. Could have done with a better opening hand though. TBH. Don't really want to play that until he's got a solid foundation. But I do want him to get a... Do I need him to get a kill on that guy? Takes 10 damage, gets back... No. Dark Deal as a fatal spell for the enemy for a change. So yeah, March Shields would be nice. That will be my mantra throughout this run. Although now I've run out of Ember, so if I play the Offering Token and draw a March of Shields, that would be vexing. So he's got 7. I need armour this turn. Next card would have been a Ritual Battle, but there we go. We got our march. All is suddenly well. And we start spreading those spores. Let's see. Yep, there goes everything on the bottom floor. And there's the Titan Sentry back in hand. And he'll even get played again. Double march. Our spores. And now we can afford to start dark dealing him up as well. Consume that torch, because that's why we gave it consume. I'm glad we did that, to be honest, because we've been hard pressed to remove everything I wanted removing from the deck, so it's worked out alright. Bit more frostbite just for funsies. Do we rage up the top line? I mean, Titan Sentry is basically useless at this point. If anything, we want more things to get to the top line before they die. Now, getting back that reinforce would be comforting. I'm not even sure it's needed at this point, but it would make me feel better about life. So, final waves. Now we don't want to draw it with Offering Token. We're drawing 6 of our 7 cards next turn, so we're going to get it by the time Seraph gets to us. So, play anything else? Question mark? May as well play him out. Because even though we get him back, we are still getting our reinforce in time. Grand. We're up to 12 spikes, which is probably a bit meaningless in the long run, but I do believe we've got this run done. Let's see. Yeah! We're level 10 on everyone. This is a beautiful day. Probably won't even take too many turns because, yeah, that damage. We're dealing like 600 plus damage every time the prince swings. What an angry young man he is. 1 turn boss rush. Not worried about scoring these runs, just survival. Something I should remember and not get caught up in trying to do a perfectly flawless run or anything like that. And there we go. Took 2 trials along the way. Got a bunch more cards, 8 more cards golden, including spreading spores. So we were playing Hellhorn Stygian, and we gilded spreading spores. Level 10 in the Hellhorn, we get 1 Horn's Tome. Consume, apply multi-strike, cost 5, it's beefy, but it's great. Ancient Synergy, deal damage to the front enemy unit equals twice the number of spells in your deck, thrice. Maybe let's build a really big fat Stygian deck at some point. We'll get the 40 plus card achievement at the same time as we use Ancient Synergy to destroy everything. Maybe. That could be one to look at. And there we go. So, Covenant Climb officially begins next time with the Awoken. Looks as though it's going to be an Awoken Remnant run probably, because I've not even had a successful victory there yet. So it will be on Covenant 1 again, but it'll be sort of like a reboot of the series. And we'll begin climbing in earnest, and hopefully we'll eventually make it all the way to 25. Like a hero. Who knows though? We might fail miserably and give up in about 2 months after we're still stuck on Covenant 13 or whatever. We'll find out. Hopefully you'll join me to find out, and thank you once again for watching. We'll see you later.